Hi there, and welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where I share with you the tools that you want, we all want, to take our life to the next level. You know, there are ways that we can get to that place that we call bliss, joy, and abundance. And here we talk about those tools, those techniques, and those actions. So, you know, I always start with some recognition of our comments. My tribe, this community, you guys are amazing. You're always engaging and providing feedback and comments. And what did you think about it? What did it do for you? I love that. Keep your comments coming. We actually spend time reading them. Demetria, you talked about the episode called Expand Your Comfort Zone. I love that. I love it. I love the topic. You said, I realized that I can do things in small amounts to get me to start becoming consistent. Can I tell you, this whole piece in my book, Abundance Now, I wrote it a while ago, and it's amazing in terms of just talking about and breaking down what's the difference between a macro win and a micro win. And a micro win is that smaller goal that's you could see, it's attainable, you get that instant result. And most people are chasing the macro win all the time, and they're not looking at all the micro wins that they can feel really good about to get them to that macro result. So Demetria, I so want to acknowledge you, sis, that when you talk about, yes, I can create micro wins, because if you create 5, 7, 8, 10 micro wins, guess what? Now you're in a rhythm. Now you're building some consistency. Now you like the way it feels. And then before you know it, you look up and go, whoa, there's that macro win, that huge goal that I thought was 100 miles away. It wasn't 100 miles away. It was 7, 8, 11 micro wins away. So I love it. I love it. And Marcia, I love your comment looking at be confident to achieve your vision. That was the episode that you commented on. And the first thing you said was hashtag BOL, breakthrough out loud. You said, don't take up real estate with my insecurities. Yes, 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 yes. Stop, breathe, and keep moving. You're going to have insecurities. You're going to have fears. You're going to have frustration. Have them all. I'm not that motivational speaker that says, oh no, never be mad, never get upset, never feel afraid. This is real life. You're going to have all those feelings, and they're all okay. Just don't take out real estate in those feelings. Don't do a lease option buy in those feelings. Don't even do a rent to own in those feelings. Just stop, feel it, breathe, and keep moving through that feeling onto that next moment, that next season, that next opportunity. I'm so glad that you guys comment. I love your comments. Keep the comments coming. I'm going to ask for some comments after this show as well. Please make sure you comment. I'm asked so many times about negative self-talk. You know, I once read a study that says we have 60,000 plus negative thoughts a day. And I believe that that's the average person. That's the person that's not inside any self-development. The mere fact that you're here, you probably have less than that. But it gave context. I don't even know if it's true, but it gave context to there are probably a lot of negative thoughts. 15 years ago, I wouldn't have had an answer for you because I was so busy trying to manage my negative self-talk. But I can tell you that you can literally reduce the number of negative thoughts you have inside of a day. And you can take a negative thought and you can render it powerless. So I can't tell you how you stop negative self-talk because I'd have to not have any negative self-talk in order to tell you that. I have negative self-talk. I think the difference is, how do you respond to your negative self-talk? How do you reduce it? How do you disempower it? How do you render it powerless in your life? That's the value to me. So one, to accept the fact that everyone has negative chatter. I mean, I've talked to some pretty amazing people that we've all followed on television. We've all watched. We're all in awe of their lives. They're at the highest level. I've spoken to them. I've heard about interviews that they've done. And at some point, they have negative self-talk, even in this moment. But how they respond to it, how you respond to it is everything. When you have a negative thought that says, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'll never be married. That thought is rooted from something that occurred in your life. Now, if I had enough time to work with you, which I hope that we do someday, I hope you step on a live campus. We can deep dive into it. We can work together. I hope you get maybe an online course from me where we can deep dive. So I'm going to talk topical. So this is a quick platform to just kind of rub and touch up against the possibility, rub and touch up against the positive energy. This is not the place that we deep dive. I can't do surgery here, but we can do surgery and transform belief systems. How do I know that? I'm a product of it. Like, I was riddled with negative self-talk. I was riddled with, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough. When I said that a minute ago, that wasn't me just pulling out the sky things I heard. That was my life. That I'm not pretty, that dark women like me don't ever, be shown, we're not ever shown in a beautiful light, that I'll never have the life that I want, I'll never travel the world, people will never listen to me. Like, I had to manage all of that and then disempower it and then stand on it, not in it. So this is a very delicate, beautiful, necessary conversation that I want to open up more. And from the moment I'm starting, I want to open up more with you, because when I learned how to manage this, and when I learned how to disempower my negative self-talk, when I learned how to look at it and go, I see you. Oh no, I see you. You don't get to drive today. You're here with me. I hear you, but I'm going to drive over here. I'm possibility and I'm going to drive. So you need to scoot over to the passenger seat. When I finally learned how to do that, and that takes several techniques, and all of a sudden things begin to look differently, because your negative self-talk is producing the results in your life. Your life is a physical manifestation of the thoughts you're thinking in your head. You might want to write that down, because you want to walk with that today. As my friends from the Caribbean say, you want to walk with that today. That your life is a physical manifestation of the thoughts that's going on in your head. So if you have lack in your relationship, you don't have joy in your family, you have lack in your bank account, you have lack and scarcity and discomfort in your health, I'm sorry to say, the truth is, it's a physical manifestation of the conversation going on in your head. But the beauty in that is that when you're ready for a newfound relationship experience, when you're ready for a new health opportunity, when you're ready for a new career, new finances, when you're ready, all we need to do is begin to look at the conversation going on in your head, shift that, up-level that, disempower that, and all of a sudden when you have a new conversation in your head, the results have to manifest accordingly. Now, I don't have time to teach you all the techniques right here. I just have to let you know the possibility and the context. So to the question, how do you control your negative self-talk? Number one, you expose it. You expose it, because between your ears, it has a lot of power. But when you expose it, and you expose it for what it is, all of a sudden out in the universe, it seems like it's small, it's dumb, it don't make sense. And so don't be afraid to expose your negative self-talk. In my book, No Matter What, and in my book, Abundance Now, both books, I give you an exercise called Expose the Lies. Now, whether you pick up the books or not, I want to invite you to make a list of all the lies that you tell yourself. And when you make a list, oh, by the way, if you're like me, you're going to need a lot of paper, because the bigger you play in the world, the more lies you have about your life. So don't judge yourself on needing 12 sheets of paper or 7 sheets of paper or 17 sheets of paper. So what? Just expose the lies. And once you expose the lies, that's the first step of disempowering them, because now you can look at them, and you, just because you wrote them down, you've identified them as a lie. Now, without being able to go into all the details here, I don't want to keep you too long. Because that's a lie, ask yourself the question. After you've done all the lies, ask yourself the question, so if that's a lie, what's my truth? Whether you can believe it now or not, the mere fact that you said there is a truth, that's the beginning. Remember, this show is a lot of things, but it's not a monologue. This show is a conversation. This show is a way that you and I get to discover what we're thinking, how we're feeling, what we want and what we don't want anymore. This show is a dialogue. It's a dialogue between some dynamic individuals, you and I. It's a conversation between a tribe of people who want to do more, love more, be bigger, expand bigger, give more. So I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this particular show. What happened? What did I say about negative self-talk, about managing it, standing on it, not in it, about shifting your belief system? What happened? What came up for you? I want to hear from this particular show what came up. What came up? What negative self-talk, what belief system are you done with? Like, I want to know what you're done with. I like to use the word evict, because evict just says it's over. What negative self-talk, what negative belief system that you are ready to evict now? So just dump it out. Just dump it out. You don't have to fix it, make it pretty. This is a safe space. Be sure to leave me a comment. Leave me that information. I want to hear from you. I want to talk to you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? You done been with me this long. You might as well go and subscribe now, because I want you to make sure that you get more amazing content in the future. I want to make sure that you have a tribe that you can keep it real with, be transparent with, be authentic in. And I believe that you can do it here. Why? Because this is your home, and we are your tribe. And I'm your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And every single time I tell you that I believe in you, I don't know if you've heard it before today. I don't know if you've heard it yesterday, but I believe in you. And every single time you hear me say, I love you, it's because I do love you. I have an agape love for you, that the spirit in me touches the spirit in you, the God in me sees the God in you. And I cannot wait to see you again real soon.